Okay, I think you're okay on that section. So make sure you distribute and don't forget about your negatives, your rules. Moving on to the next section, it says solve each equation. So it's an equation because there is an equal sign. So I'm going to do a fraction one. Okay, so let's do 34. And then I can do 38. I'll do 37, and then I'll do 33, for example. Okay, so I'll start off with 33. So all I have to do is isolate the variable. It's being multiplied by 22. So I'm going to divide by 22, divide by 22. So n equals 1829 divided by 22, and I get 86. And I am using a calculator on the side. Okay, 34. I want to isolate my x. It is being divided by 8, so the opposite is to multiply. I'm going to multiply by the denominator, and again, 15 times 8 is 120. My 8's cancel, so this equals x, and that is it. Moving on to number 37. 37, there's a little bit more things. So there's a negative and a negative right in here. So let's change that automatically to a plus 25 because it says negative times, the parentheses means times. So negative times a negative is a positive. And so now I have my equation. I'm going to get rid of the 25 minus 25. My signs are the same, therefore I can add. So 72 plus 25 is 97, and I'm going to keep my sign, so negative 97 equals m. And last but not least is 38. Notice that there is an equal sign, and because there's an equal sign, we can in fact cross multiply. So I get 74n equals, what's 15 times 74? 1,110. Now I want to isolate the variables, so I'm going to divide by 74. Oops. And I get n equals 15, and that would be my answer. Okay, let's start with 39. It's a multiple step problem. So I'm going to get rid of my negative 3. So this is number 39. I'm going to get rid of my negative 3 by multiplying everything by negative 3. So a negative times a negative is a positive. And then a negative times a negative 3, those cancel. And then I'm going to use my calculator and do negative 16 times negative 3, which is going to give me a positive 48. In order to isolate my x, I'm going to bring the 60 on the other side, so minus 60, x would equal, the signs are different, therefore I'm subtracting, so my answer would be negative 12, because 60 is a bigger number. You don't have to actually do it that way. I'm going to show you a different way for number 39 still. You could have added 20 to both sides, so let me just rewrite this. X over negative 3 equals negative 16. So I could have added 20 to both sides, and that would have canceled, so I would have got x over negative 3 equals, and that would have been 4. So I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 3, and my answer would still be negative 12. So it doesn't matter how you do it as long as your logic and reasoning and goes with the rules of mathematics and order of operations, of course. So I think you're okay. I'm going to do one more. Let's do number 42. It's kind of hidden here. I'm going to add 9 to both sides so that I can isolate my variable. I'm going to move this over here so you could see. M over 5 equals negative 5. And then in order to get rid of this denominator, I'm going to multiply by 5. And so those cancel, so m equals negative 25. And that is my answer.